Hey you guys, AK-47 Master here, back with more Chrono Trigger, and on this episode we are going through Heck Grand Cave. And this place is full of fiends, so get ready for battles. Right off the bat we have two underlings attacking us, trying to mess with us. We're going to take them out right here. I'm mainly going to be using my magic for this episode, because a lot of these enemies are either immune to physical attacks, or the physical attacks don't really do too much. Of course, for underlings, you know, they're pretty easy. So we'll take them out right there. Learn the Fire Punch dual tech. Alright. So now moving on. And this is one of those moments where you're wondering, where the heck is Chrono's mom? Where the heck is Lucas' parents? Like, where is everybody? Like, your kids are back in your time going through this cave full of fiends, and you're just chilling at your house. Like, oh, I wonder where my kid is. If that was a real life situation, that would be great actually. Because my mom is friggin' super uptight when it comes to that type of thing, especially whenever I go out to hang out and stuff. You know, she's always calling me, she's always wondering where I am. So if she was a little bit more ignorant of my existence, it would be a bit better. For me personally. It'd be a little easier to cope with. Alright. We got some cave stalkers. Let's try out the Fire Punch dual tech. I haven't tried that out. Ooh. Again, I really love the animation of this game. I think that's something that Square did very well. They were able to make this game look really cool. Really, really cool. Okay. Now that Firestarter is just about done. That Cave Stalker, not Firestarter. Firestarter. Cave Stalker. Okay. And it looks like Robo is blind. Yeah, I think he's blind right now. I think that's the symbol for blind. Yeah, it is. Okay. So let's avoid using Robo and just end off this battle. Oh yeah guys, I have a bowl full of Doritos here, so if you hear me munching, sorry, I just can't resist. I just can't resist the taste. It is incredibly good. Nacho cheese Doritos is one of my favorite potato chips of all time, so please excuse me because I have a bowl full of them right next to me while I'm recording. I probably shouldn't have done that, so I knew I could not exist. I could not resist a bowl of Doritos. Anyways, we have some Rhino Weevils. And just use actually don't use physical attacks on them, use elemental attacks, because physical isn't really going to do much at all on those guys. And there's a lot of battles here that are mandatory, which I really don't like. I wish there was more battles where you could actually see the enemy, because as you can see, you know, one of the biggest things of this game was the fact that, you know, you could actually see your enemies on the field, and you wouldn't have random encounters, but these are pretty much the closest thing it has to random encounters. I really don't think it's fair that you aren't able to see these guys. They just appear out of nowhere like you're supposed to battle them. But whatever. The game is still very good, so I could deal with it. It's worth it, I think. Very much worth it. Alright. Let's take this Rhino out. We got one last one. Let's use fire. I'll take it out. Alright, nice. Also, I saw the new Comic-Con video for Halo 4, and I actually really liked what they did with the Vidog. I think 343 really put their own style into it, and I think, you know, it is kind of corny how they related the game to a movie, but it is true at the same time. You know, the relations they made were legitimate. You know, it's kind of like the production of a movie, which is hard to believe, the fact that it is a game. At the same time, you know, they have their own voice actors and everything. They have their own, you know, they have people on set recording actual locations, you know, recording the sounds of actual weapons, because that's something that's, you know, they're doing in Halo 4. They actually went out to a field and shot weapons, recorded the audio, and they're using it for weapons in the actual game, which I think that's friggin' cool. I just think it's a great time to be a Halo fan in general for 2012. And I hope they remake Halo 2, because its 10th anniversary is coming this 2014, I think. Yeah, no, 2014, 2015. I think it's 2014. Anyways, its anniversary is coming soon. I want to see a Halo 2 anniversary with multiplayer in HD for the Xbox 720. Because I'm pretty sure by 2014, the 720 is going to be out already. I mean, 60% of game developers are saying after 2013 they're going to stop production of games, of third-party titles for the PS3 and the 360. So Microsoft and Sony really have to get off their asses and build a new console already. Get it out before the end of 2013, I'm guessing, or maybe 2014, early 2014. That's pretty much what's going to have to happen. I'm pretty sure by that time we're going to see new consoles. We're going to know about new consoles already. There's a the Wii U's coming out this year, and I don't think Microsoft and PlayStation and Sony are really going to let Nintendo run the next generation train for too long. But in all honesty, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Alright. Okay. I'm just gonna wanna heal here. Heal up Chrono. Luca's doing pretty well, so is Robo, so I'll just heal up Chrono. I probably should have bought more potions from Melkor. That's another thing. I haven't been buying too many items from since this playthrough, and that's probably not a good thing. I probably should start buying more items, because that makes the game much more easier to cope with. Now that I mentioned that, I wanted to say, freaking Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past is probably the second most difficult Zelda game I've played in a long time. The most difficult being, of course, the original Legend of Zelda. Keep in mind, I never played Zelda 2. And I can't believe, like, all games like back then were like that. Where they were very challenging, you know, it was all about feeling accomplished when you actually got to the end. And it's crazy. What's funny is now that I've beaten it, I was able to get through the whole game in one day, which was yesterday. I was able to get all 3 pendants, 6 of the 7 crystals, and now all I have left is Turtle Rock. You know, I got the Cane of Invisibility, I got the Magic Cape, I got all the side items, all the optional items. Also right here is a little mystery box. So if we come back here with a certain item, we will get that item, or the item in that box, basically. Alright. But yeah, Link to the Past is kind of like the express version of The Legend of Zelda. It has everything you expect from it, without all the story progression, which I find pretty cool. You know, sometimes you don't want, you know, this big epic story. You know, the story's still really good, but it never really gets in the way of the gameplay, which is another thing that I want to see happen with a lot of these newer games, is just have more in-depth gameplay. You know, prioritize the gameplay over something like the story. You know, story's still good, and obviously for a Legend of Zelda game, story is a large part of the experience, but I wish the gameplay would not be hindered by it. You know what I mean? Like less cutscenes, less stuff like that. Like there's barely any cutscenes in the game. You know, you have the cutscene at the beginning of the game, you have the cutscene when you go to fight Aghanim, and then at the end when you fight Ganondorf, but that's it, really. Everything else is up to you, and really never get interrupted by anything in the game, which I find really cool. Plus there's a lot of side quests that you can do at the beginning of the game right off the bat, if you choose to do so. So in that aspect, it does feel like an open world game, much like the original. Which again, I wish more Zelda games would feel that way. I wish they would feel more open-ended and wouldn't have this you know, elaborate structure to them. I think the last Zelda game we got that was like that was Wind Waker, in the sense that you can explore and you could go around and explore the Great Sea. And there was tons of side quests, tons of optional islands that you could discover and go to, which again, I wish there would be another Zelda coming out in the near future that was like that, because that was really cool. That was a cool aspect of that game. That's probably my favorite aspect of that game, to be perfectly honest. And yeah, so what you're going to want to do right here is not fight Hackran, do not attack him. I would recommend taking this time to actually heal up your party, because if you attack him, he's going to use water too. Alright, counteract, disengage, now we can start fighting him. So just continue on with the elemental moves, and do not attack him when he's saying like, come at me bro, go ahead attack me, because that means he's going to use water 2 as a counter attack. And it's a very powerful attack. It does more than 100 damage, which, you know, if I would have done that, I probably would have taken out my party. There were times where, you know, my entire party got taken out by this guy just because he kept on counter attacking us, which is really annoying. Alright. There's not really too much more to say about this guy. I've already said most of what could really be said about him. And at this point I'm just taking him out. I think he has a hefty 2000 HP. Which is pretty high. Alright. Another thing I don't like about this game, or another thing that I wish they would have implemented, you know, even in this version, since this is an updated version, is have a meter showing how much HP a boss has. Because that's a little annoying, you know, to not know how much more damage a boss could take unless, you know, you record how much damage you're putting out. Which, you know, could be a little hard to keep track of. I wish there would be a meter or something letting you know how much HP he would have left. I don't know, that's just a little pet peeve I have with this game. Thankfully I don't have too many. But yes, that is something I wish they would have implemented. That would have been very nice. And I'm going to give a mid potion of Robo because he's on the brink of destruction, I guess? I don't know. Because robots don't die, I guess, you know, usually they blow up whenever they, whenever they get destroyed. At least that's from my experience of Fallout. And right here, go ahead and try and attack. Do not attack him. Refrain from attacking him, because he will freaking destroy you with water 2. Which is a more powerful version of water, which is a magic type move that attacks all 3 enemies. That attacks all 3 party members at the same time. I'm just talking too fast. I can't keep track of my words. Oh gosh. Alright. We're in pretty good shape actually. We're not doing too bad at all. As you can see, I'm kind of using Robo as a support here, using Laser Spin, which really isn't that good to begin with, because it doesn't heal all 3 party members, which thankfully in the future we will get moves that are able to heal all 3 members, which is very useful, especially in a situation like this, where he has a move that could attack all 3 of us at the same time, and deal out a lot of damage. Alright. So I don't remember how much damage I put on this guy, but I put quite a lot already. Like, he should be going down in, like, the next 5 turns at least. Because all we've been using is fire and lightning, fire and lightning. I wanted to say thunder and lightning right there. Alright. Okay, again, do not attack him. Just stand by. Alright. Counterattack disengaged. Okay, you just want to keep track of that. That's the main strategy for this battle. And there we go, we beat him. I think we should get a bit more money right there. If only Lord Magus had destroyed the human race 400 years ago, when he first brought forth Lavos, the world would belong to us fiends now. Dark! So Magus created Lavos in the Middle Age, and in the future Lavos destroyed the planet. If we use the gate at the fairgrounds, yes, use the gate at the fairgrounds. Jump in. Yes, we want to jump in. And we jump out. And there we go, jumping right out of a vortex. And we're back home, yay! Oh man, let's go to the Truce Inn, because I need to rest real quick before moving on. Okay, awesome. So now let's go to the fairgrounds and take that vortex back, and that should lead us to the Middle Ages. That will bring us back to the Middle Ages. And as you can see, pretty much the way this game works out is you have little snippets of parts of the quest that take place in each different age. And we're actually going to spend quite a bit of time in the Middle Ages. We're going to spend quite a considerable amount of time. Here we are back in the end of time, so now we can go back to the Middle Ages. We can head to Lean Square whenever we want to. Okay, there's 9 different pillars in the game that are like this, that will lead you back to the end of the time, and they're all of different areas. So in the next episode, we will go to Truce Canyon. See you guys then.